Hello, Kemi Omaludolunlayam, journalist, pharmacist, and PR specialist. Can I say that again? Pharmacist, PR specialist, and journalist. I actually said it the order in which I got the degrees: pharmacy, bachelor's, doctor of pharmacy, public relations management, PR specialist, expert in crisis communication, as well as marketing and media relations. And the final degree was journalism, expertise in radio news and digital internet news. My degrees are first class, and I always have to show that off. This video is about a man by the name of Eric AGBOEGBULEM. I think I said it properly. As a journalist, you have to know how to say everybody's name properly. Eric AGBOEGBULEM. He was a renowned attorney in Abuja. They call him barrister here in Nigeria. Today is the 10th of February 2020. Let's zero in on how he died. There's a lot of versions on the internet. The internet is ruthless, it's useless, and it's used for everything from top to toe and blackmail and this and that in Nigeria. Even the police are involved in these things. Okay, I have spoken to police on the scene of that death, and I have spoken to some family members under condition of anonymity. You wouldn't know who they are. You wouldn't even know who the cops that talked to me in the station, on the scene, and in the entire investigations were, because a man died here, and there are a lot of stories around his death. The stories of blackmail, in which some people say some of the officers within the station wanted to blackmail the wife with a video. And then there's a prostitute, Precious. First of all, Precious was a young girl. And this is what happens when you don't have education in Nigeria. You see, I don't scream about jobs in Nigeria because you can create that yourself. I have never gotten a job in Nigeria with anybody. I have 3 first-class degrees. I told you at the beginning of this video. And this government has never hired me. Not that I haven't applied. I have applied, and my father's even a former governor. Okay, my father's name doesn't open doors for me. And you guys don't understand that when I'm telling you. My father's a politician. The minute he left PDP and went to APC or AD or whatever the parties are, the other parties in power, and they won't give you a job because they want your revenge against your father. Figure it out. Use your intelligence. At the end of the day, I'm also a journalist. Thank God for the 3 degrees. I started an online business in Nigeria. And you guys know, HNN Africa and everything else I lost. Well, because of that, some people don't have education. We say that if you don't have education, you won't get a job. Some people have education, they don't even have jobs. Precious is a young girl who had literally no education. She sells soft drinks to people and prostitutes at night. This girl can be more than what, 20 years old? 18, 19, 20. A prostitute. Eric AGBOEGBULEM, an attorney. A barrister who died a shameful death. You can be anything you want in this world, and you die a shameful death. Alhaji Abubakar Tafawa Balewa was the Prime Minister of Nigeria, the first. Look at how he died. On the day of the coup in 1966, they shot him in Lagos while he was here. They left his body under a kola nut tree. They even plucked a kola nut and stuffed it in his mouth. Look at that kind of death. This is what I'm talking about in this video today about Eric. We're going to call him Eric, okay? Barrister AGBOEGBULEM. I'm really sorry to his family for his death. And I'm really sorry that I have to do this video because there are more Erics waiting. When you look at it in the news, it says that a man dies of marathon sex with a prostitute. That is a good headline. Nothing wrong with that headline. Eric was having marathon sex with a prostitute. It shows a lot of things about people. Was he getting sex at home with his wife? Or was he old to the point that his wife is not, when you're 60 years old. This guy just had his 60th birthday. And I'm sure he had a big party in Abuja. When you're that age, your wife is not into sex every day and all that. You know what I mean? Remember what I said to Azuka during my 55th birthday interview? I said my sex drive is very high, but I can't date a younger man. I said the same thing to Punch. Because when you're like that and you're horny, you want a younger man who can have good sexual qualities, erections, and everything. This is where the concept of sugar mommy started. Older women having sex with younger men. I wouldn't do it. Okay, morally for me, not me. But at the end of the day, young men do it all the time. They get money, they get all kinds of gifts from these sugar mommies and all that. At the end of the day, when you really look at it, why is that woman not having sex with her own husband? The sexual desires of men become higher when they're older, while those of women, okay, sometimes become lower, okay, when they're older. But sometimes the sexual desires, most of the time, the sexual desires of the women become higher, okay, but the man in the house can't fulfill it because his sexual properties, meaning his dick, cannot erect easily anymore. This is when you get to use Viagra and all these drugs. You remember Viagra in America and all that. I myself, being a pharmacist, have dispensed millions of tablets of that drug. There are warnings that we don't give our people in Nigeria, and this belongs to the pharmacist and the doctors. And I keep telling you guys, whenever you go to the pharmacy, please ask questions about the drugs you just got. I'm looking at myself in this camera and I'm looking at my volcanic ash. You know, I must look good because now one nice sugar daddy will come with the right money and I'll be the one administering the drugs, right? It's not even funny because this video is about that. When you go to the pharmacy, you should be counseled. If you're not counseled, you paid for money, you stop there and ask, please, is there anything else I should know about this drug? If they didn't tell you. The doctors are supposed to tell you what you're taking, how you're supposed to take it, and send you to the pharmacy. But we're not getting consultation. I walk into drugstores in Nigeria. I walk into drugstores in Lagos, about everywhere. And I tell people, please continue counseling them because Nigeria has the best pharmacists. These young people here, they go to America, they get licensed, they pass the exam, boom, and they start working and making the better money in America. But in Nigeria, there's so much discouragement. And then the drugs that find their way out of the pharmacy. Drugs actually walk out of the pharmacy and end up in the streets in the wrong hands, and then it kills somebody. Nobody knows what was going on. But we can tell you, and I can authoritatively tell you that Mr. AGBOEGBULEM, Eric, okay, had an erectile dysfunction issue. Erectile dysfunction is when your dick cannot get hard. There are two things you use the Viagra for, okay? Viagra as Viagra, Cialis, there's a lot of these anti-erectile dysfunction drugs that help, erect. The two big problems we have in Nigeria, most Nigerian men, and I'm saying this, okay? I don't have to sleep with every Nigerian man to say this, okay? Some of you don't use your brains. You come up and telling me experience. I'm talking from experience. No, have a brain. Research things. I'm a pharmacist. How do I know that most Nigerian men can erect their penis? I'm a pharmacist. I'm the one they're bringing the prescription to, and I'm counting them. We have issues with this. And then they run and go get all these stupid sexual enhancers and aphrodisiac and penis enlargement. Leave them alone. These things are not regulated by the FDA in America or whatever you guys call NAFDAC here, who endangers you literally. The NAFDAC is not doing a good job. That's where I want to work. And I keep criticizing them because I know it will keep happening. They're cooking your food with Panadol, your meat. They're making your fufu with detergent and bleach. Listen to Kemi Olunloyo. I'm a triple threat. 3 first-class degrees, and I'm using it all in one time. And what is happening now is that many Nigerian guys have erection problems, okay, and ejaculation problems. Maybe I should stop this video. People should be paying me for this. Okay, well, you'll pay for it when the YouTube money arrives. But I should be having a seminar for this kind of stuff. I'll continue. The 2 problems men have is erectile dysfunction and ejaculation problems. The people that go into sex, within 40 seconds, they're done. They've ejaculated. It's called premature ejaculation. You come too fast, and the woman hasn't even come, and she's frustrated. That's where tramadol came in. And people started using it without being educated, and they died. Because the drug is recognizing that I'm being used for the brain, for pain, people that have pain. But I'm being used in a body that doesn't have pain now. It's going to say pleasure. And the person will have pleasure and pleasure and pleasure while delaying ejaculation. That's a side effect of tramadol, delayed ejaculation. You don't come fast. You'll be holding it, you'll be enjoying it. And then when the pleasure centers are triggered, over triggered, the person has a cardiac arrest and dies.